Hey guys, Adrian here from digitaldojos.com. Today we're going to be talking about some tech news. We're going to be covering two overviews of the two smartwatches that were recently released and are getting a lot of press. First off, Samsung's Gear, and later on, Qualcomm's Toq. That's Toq. We're going to start with the overview, just specs, reading down what is in the general details and specs of each of the watches, and then getting on to my opinion, my thoughts, and the end of the video. So if you just want to hear specs or if you want to hear my thoughts and stuff, you can wait till the end. With that, let's jump right into it. So Samsung just today at their event, along with releasing a couple other things, talked about their latest smartwatch, their entry into the smartwatch market with that of their newest watch, the Gear. The Gear is going to feature a 1.63-inch display at a resolution of 320 by 320. It also features a 1.9 megapixel camera on the wristband, as you can see here in the picture. It's all powered by an 800 megahertz CPU and has about 512 megabytes of RAM built in. Additionally, it's going to be working over Bluetooth. You'll have other things built into it, like an accelerometer and a gyroscope, which allow you to move it and recognize motion. It's going to primarily be, as they call it, a companion for that of your phones, like your compatible, like your Notes, which they released the newest one today. Basically, it's going to allow you to receive text, emails, things of those nature, notifications from Android, and display it on your smartwatch. This will also allow you to read and correspond with apps. For example, I talked about Feedly, so you can see your RSS feeds. You'll be able to also direct calls and answer calls via the phone. And then as for the Toq, this is Qualcomm's also entry into the market, is that of another smartwatch out there that's going to be featuring a Mirasol color e-ink display. So this isn't like Samsung. Samsung has a full-on color display. This is an e-ink display, but what's beneficial about this is the Mirasol allows you to view it in direct sunlight. It's also going to come with a wireless pair of Bluetooth headphones that you can put in each ear, and all three of those units, including the watch itself, all charge wirelessly. And this is powered by a 200 megahertz CPU. It has more of a different design, as you can see here, from that of the Gear. And it is also going to be only compatible via Android, I should say. Both watches, as of right now, are going to be priced at the exact same price point, at just about that $300 price point. So $299, and for the most part compatible with Android, though the Toq is looking into iOS compatibility in the future. So those are the specs. That's the rundown. That said, let's jump into my opinion of the watches, or the smart watches, I guess. Alright, so this is the opinion portion, and let me start off by saying I am obviously a huge fan of watches. I actually own a couple. No, but all kidding aside, I really do appreciate watches, and I'm a huge fan. I collect them, and watches to me are a thing that a lot of people tell you. Well, traditionally, most people don't wear watches. Well, there's a different market for that. Of your traditional timepieces and things like these, which will never really go out of style, and there's always a niche market for it, because these are considered jewelry in a sense, accessories, things, brands like this. This is my daily driver. This is the Rolex Submariner with the green face, as you can see here, with the Submariner. There's more for like diving and stuff like that. It just is a sports watch essentially, where more of a dress watch would be something like my Datejust here, the older Datejust models. Now those are watches again that are specifically timepieces. They do generally one function, telling time, and they do it in a sense of style. Now here's the thing that I realized about watches. Now all of these things will tell time. Every single watch I own, whether it's in the hundreds, thousands, or $10, will tell time. The same thing with this. This will tell time. And for the most part, when people ask me if I have this, I most likely turn to this for time, because these are more of engineering to me. These are, really marvels of engineering that will last lifetimes, and you can pass them on, and they are tremendous. In terms of function and functionality, most of them will generally tell the time. Some are, the date, for example, on my Rolex, or the day I should say, and some will tell the date, and you'll see other watches have features like that. This is where the smartwatch category comes in. It's trying to make that move into taking something that, like a watch that you have on daily, it's something that you'll wear, time to time, and it's more of something that's part of your outfit, an accessory, like I said, and add feature in terms, or add functionality with that whole look and appeal to the device. Now, talking about both of these watches from when I've looked at them, I personally think the Gear looks better than the Toq, but in terms of spec-wise, the Toq offers more in my opinion. Now, both I think are priced at a really top of the line price for it. It's an early adopter price fee in my opinion, but the Toq just offers more, and in my opinion, these both aren't really the entry into. I would prefer the Pebble over both of them, cheaper, and just in terms of functionality, or just more integrated with either Android or iOS, more compatible, all of that stuff. But the thing is with these smartwatches, and I generally feel I have enough technology in computing to do what I need to do in terms of the simple stuff. Like I said, I have my phone for all of these things. If I need to do it, what these watches need, smartwatches in general, need to serve a purpose for as a companion device. And I really think Samsung's isn't a companion device. Right now, it's just It's just pushing certain stuff. It's doing what most general watches do. It's telling you the time. It's receiving. Displaying the information that you need displayed at your ease of use and all that, and at your convenience, I should say. But it's not really, in my opinion, adding that smart functionality. Yeah, it has a touchscreen. Yeah, it displays pictures. But for like example, the Gear, I have no idea why you're gonna need a 1.9 megapixel camera on your wristwatch or smartwatch. That's like a spy gadget type stuff, but I have no idea why the common people are gonna want a 1.9 megapixel. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna use this for my camera. The other 1 out of 10, I'll probably use my DSLR if I need a really high quality shot. But that's the thing. These aren't really promoting smartwatches for me. Now, there's rumors of Apple potentially entering it with an iWatch category. If Apple does anything, and this isn't just me, I do own a lot of Apple products and stuff like that, but if Apple does anything, I'm not saying they'll get it right, but one thing I think they will do is focus more on design. And not to say these are really, truly bad designs, the Toq and the Gear, but when it comes to watches, when it comes to accessories, look and appeal really do matter first. Design really matters, and I think everybody can buy a watch. Again, the reason people buy $1,000 over $100 is because brand and because of look, and this, in the sense, the materials that are made of. This will last me way longer, and I can probably pass this on, and it's a water resistant water to a certain depth, of course. Than a like $20 watch will or something like that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And that's when it comes to these smartwatches, I think Apple will take that into consideration if they ever do invent this quote unquote iWatch. But then again, I still don't know in terms of features. I like the ability, yeah, it's cool to be able to see text on my phone if I want to dismiss that stuff, or on my watch to dismiss it and stuff like that. I don't like the idea of answering calls like this on the Gear. I think it's totally ridiculous that you can answer calls on it. I don't need all that. I have my phone already. I have my tablets. I have my devices that I carry on me. I need this to act as an interface to do things easier, to access things easier. I like the music controls. That's really convenient when you're running. I like the integration of apps like Runkeeper, GPS apps, fitness apps. And that's really cool because, again, it's something I have easy at ease, and I can keep my phone in my pocket when I'm running, when I'm driving, that sort of stuff. But right now, I'm still not seeing the features and functionality that I want to see in a quote-unquote smartwatch. So, what do you guys think? I'd love to hear your guys' personal opinions. What do you guys think? You can leave it in the comments below. What defines a smartwatch to you? What do you want to see in a watch that makes it a smartwatch? If Apple invents an iWatch, what do you guys think you would want in it to make you essentially buy? Overall, I think the price point too. That's one big thing. If Apple does it, if Samsung does it, $300 is too much of a price point. I think for people to an entry level product like this to break through. I think it has to be either at the $100 price point or even potentially lower. I know that's much more harder with the technology they're packing in, but the sub 100 to 150, 170 at most, something like the Pebbles price point. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll do a full write-up over at digitaldojos.com. Don't forget to like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.